Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is the ISO GOAT here, back again for another quick video. Let me start this by saying I'm not a financial advisor, nor do I have financial experience whatsoever. Do not invest in anything solely based off my opinions or anything that I say in this video until you've done your own due diligence and your own research first. Never throw in more money than you're willing to lose, and also make sure you have a firm understanding of crypto before throwing in any kind of money. Happy Wednesday to y'all, wherever you are, to and far. Just had a couple updates for you guys, and then wanted to talk about a few things. Shout out to 24 Hours Crypto. Coinbase delists XRP but holds it. Shake my head. Remember, XRP is just another crypto scam. Hashtag XRP community. My eyes are watching. Next thing, this is an article that's posted on my page. I'm not going to go too far into this. There's basically a chart. It's 20 pages long. Like I said, just scroll down on my page under the Communities tab. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And it lists basically a breakdown of how blockchain works. It talks about public versus private, etc. I just wanted to bring your attention to the chart. It says permissioned at the top, and then it lists a couple. It shows Sovereign, Alastria, Corda Network, Ripple, and EOS listed under there. Just thought that was kind of interesting. You can go through the article. There's some, a couple key points you can check for it. This is from, it's an ISO, I think this is from Swiss website, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly. So I just wanted to take some excerpts out of here, just read it to you guys verbatim. I'm not going to take anything out of context, okay? However, one crypto that could benefit is XRP, the currency used on the blockchain-based payment system Ripple. This is one cryptocurrency that will be compliant with the ISO 20022 standard, also on the standards body as well, just as an FYI. Allowing it to operate alongside CBDCs with centralized payment systems. Another excerpt taken from here talks about like data richness, things of that sort, and how it can be incorporated into different business models. Not going to go too far into this. Like I said, I'm just going to read this verbatim so that way it's not taken out of context. Data richness and its use will power new business models, vastly expanding the nascent digital economy, sometimes referred to as Industry 4.0. Next generation payments are critical to enabling these business models, and by implication, they need rich data at their core. For example, and then it lists, 6 things. A, super efficient, innovative cross-border payments use cases. Woo! Boy, that just reminds me of some companies, just as a thought. Anyways, back to the article. B, QR code acceptance. C, request to pay. D, just-in-time SME ordering/collections. E, streaming commerce and subscriptions. And F, atomic liquidity. Ooh la la, gotta love that word, boy. Liquidity bridges, and so on. I'm not going to go too far into that. This next one is actually posted on Swift's website as well. Like I said, just going to take it verbatim. That way, nothing's taken out of context. It's not my interpretation. These are the words on the actual page. Cool. Posted on my page. ISO 20022 has been adopted for payments in more than 70 countries, replacing domestic or legal formats. In the next few years, the Eurosystem, EBA, Federal Reserve, the Clearinghouse, which is CHIPS, the RTGS in Hong Kong, which is HKICL, and the Bank of England will switch to ISO 20022, which will dominate high-value payments, supporting 80% of the volume and 90% of the value of transactions worldwide. That is not a small share, that is a lion's share. And high-value payments is really what caught my eye from that. But you guys can check out that article yourself, and you'll see exactly why I'm bullish right now. Next thing. This is also on the same, or is this from the same article? No, different article, I'm sorry. This one's also posted on my page. It also mentions how it's incorporated into Swift as well. The quote says, don't be the weakest link. Correspondent banking is an ecosystem of over 10,000 banks, many connected to RTGS and other domestic payment mechanisms, which interact over the Swift network. Payments can reach almost any bank account in the world, and some 17 million payment messages are exchanged over Swift every day. Sheesh, that's a lot. No alternative has comparable scale or reach, but the system is under pressure on many fronts, from the growing body of financial crime regulation to fierce competition from new closed-loop entrants offering new ways to make international payments in particular currencies and corridors. You already see where this is going. The upgrade to ISO 20022 represents a significant industry-wide effort to modernize correspondent banking for the digital age. Digital age, I keep trying to tell people. And confront the challenges of compliance and competition. For ISO 20022 to deliver on its promise, every connected institution needs to play its part. Next thing. This is from Volante Technologies. It's past that time already, but tune in today at 2 p.m. GMT or 3 p.m. Central Eastern Time as MasterCard, JP Morgan, Swift, and Volante go live to discuss the latest European instant payments mandates. Don't miss out. It's actually posted on the page. It's posted on Twitter, so you can go click on that and you can listen to it if you'd like. This is from Progress Soft. I'm just going to take an excerpt out of here. I'm not going to go too far into it. The link is at your disposal if you want to check it out. Centralized Payments Hub Orchestrator, which acts as an intermediary between the financial institution's back-end systems and SWIFT network and supports the above-mentioned approaches along with new additional features. These are the pros, aligns the financial institution with the payment landscape's best practices and facilitates seamless adoption of CBPR plus guidelines, richness, and updates. It may also enable using different types of payment channels, you know where this is going, and services such as Visa Direct, Ripple, and MasterCard, or MasterCard Send, without impacting other systems. Just thought it was interesting. Ripple was noted. Ripple was noted in a lot of these documents. I'm not quite sure how people are not like it's not clicking for some people. I don't get it. But this is just my thoughts. Like I said, hey, I'm in here. I'm on the train. I'm ready to go whenever they are. Next thing, this is actually from an article I did a while back. I did a video on MFS Africa and its impacts, correlations to ODL, etc. So just wanted to bring this back up as well. MFS Africa recently signed on to use Ripple's on-demand liquidity solution for cross-border transfers. That should say enough right there, but I'll keep going. On Tuesday, November 15th, MFS Africa and Ripple announced a partnership that will see MFS Africa begin leveraging Ripple's ODL for cross-border mobile money payments across Africa. If you want a general synopsis on, this impact and how it affects any kind of payments, etc. in Africa, this part's for you. MFS Africa is a digital payments company that enables cross-border payments for remittance companies, financial service providers, and global merchants. As of March 2021, MFS Africa was connected to over 320 million mobile money wallets. Woo! That's a mic drop right there, sorry. In Africa, which at the time represented roughly 60% of all such wallets on the continent. 60+%. But I guess it's just going to be, what, like 40 cents like it is now? Probably. Yeah, of course. Of course. That only makes sense. Anyways, so very interesting article. Take the time to look at it. It's not too long, very short, very concise, very to the point, so you can check it out. Next thing, shout out to Merlin Crypto Future Invest. This is just a video that I see circulating in, I think DAI had it on his page, and then Digital Perspective as well. It's an interesting way to go about seeing where XRP will be as an example. It basically gives like price prediction in regards to XRP, where you input certain information and how it would affect price, things of that sort. I don't do price predictions on my channel whatsoever because, I'm not even going to act like I have any idea on how to read charts because I don't, and I'm not going to beat around the bush. I will be straight up with you guys. But it is a very interesting article. You can look, interesting video. You can look at the video. I think it's like 2 minutes if I'm not mistaken. I watched it the other night, so definitely very interesting. Take the time. Next thing, I'm going to skip that for now. Stock Tracker on Twitter. Breaking. The DOJ has officially opened up a lawsuit against Google to break up its ad technology monopoly. Pelosi sold $3 million worth of Google just 4 weeks ago. Wild. I'm not going to go too far into that. I'm sure if you guys probably recognize the name, so do your own research on that one. So here's what we're going to do. That's pretty much all I have for you guys today. I just wanted to kind of touch base on this a little bit. I know that investor fatigue is something that's real. I'm sure it affects a lot of people out there. I've seen a lot of comments on my channel, myself specifically, like, oh, what's taking so long? Oh, when's the price going to move? Oh, this and that. And, it seems like some people are losing faith. Here's what I want you guys to do. What I want you to do is to take a seat, sit down, and think about all the research that you have done thus far, up until this point, whether you're new, whether you're old. Obviously we have differing levels in regards to, research, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? But think about it. Think about some of these documents you've seen from, like, the World Bank, okay? The IMF, the World Economic Forum, like, even high-level banks in your own country, okay? And, you're seeing mention of some of these certain technologies, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, that will be utilized in the future, okay? And, a lot of people are, still worried and, like, hey, when is this going to happen? Is it ever going to happen? Is this going to be like 10 years from now? I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not even going to act like I know time frame. Nobody knows the time frame, okay? But, I do want to tell you that you should trust in your research and what you have come across, and I'm not just talking about YouTube videos. Like, not even, you don't even have to watch my YouTube videos, okay? Just think about some of the things that you have seen yourself personally in regards to researching this thing. I'm assuming you research, at least a little bit. But, at some point, you got to understand the value for yourself. It's not something that somebody can tell you, like, hey, this is going to be valuable, this is not going to be valuable. You have to understand and actually take the time, if you want to change your life in regards to that aspect, to look into these things yourself, and I want you to think, like, does it make sense to invest in something that has utility, a real-world use case, or do you feel like, hey, I want to invest in some of these meme coins or, whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. That's all power to you. But, I try to follow the money, don't look at what they say, look at what they do. And with some of these partnerships globally, especially in regards to like Ripple, Stellar Foundation as well, like something's telling me something major is coming, okay? Whether people are on board with it, whether they're not on board with it, whether you're blindsided by it, whether you want to research it, whether you don't want to research it, that's fine. That's your prerogative. That's your hard-earned money. But I think that there will come a day, when the crypto market is not going to be exactly how it is right now, where everything is tied to Bitcoin. I think that utility will be a major driver, okay? And obviously with it being a major driver, with utility, there goes price, okay? Now, there are a lot of different factors that go into this. I'm not going to get too far into that. Regulations, obviously, we know we need regulations. This SEC lawsuit, which is kabuki theater. I like that word. That's funny. It's like, just pat yourselves on the back for taking the time to, look into these things and do the research. And, you're taking the hours, the days, whatever, however much time to look into it and not just taking it for face value. You're a lot farther than 99% of the globe. A lot of people, I'm sure, and I'm sure this is probably the same for you guys, you've probably told somebody about some of these investments, whether it's XRP, whether it's XLM, HBAR, whatever, whatever. Utility tokens, however you want to look at it, okay? And 9 times out of 10, I bet money somebody that brushed it off, okay? Now, fast forward 5, 10 years from now, are you going to be someone living with regret? Or are you going to have those people calling you like, hey, I wish you told me, I wish you encouraged me to do this, it would have changed my life, etc., Regret lasts a long time. That's all I'm going to say, okay? That's just my thoughts. Like I said, you can invest in whatever you would like. I'm not here to tell anyone to invest in this or invest in that, but I do highly encourage you to do the research into it. And there's a lot of people that have negative sentiment in regards to Ripple and then XRP specifically, which is fine. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But if you are one of those people, I sincerely encourage you to really look at this, okay? Because this is going to be something major. We have a brand new financial system that is coming globally, okay? This is kind of like a once in 3 generations type opportunity. Just my thoughts in regards to that. Some people may not share in that sentiment, and that's perfectly fine. So, I want you to ask yourself, if you threw in the towel tomorrow, would you regret it? That's something you have to ask for yourself. That's not something I can answer for you. That's something you have to really, take an inward look to see like, hey, man, did I do my due diligence? Did I do my research? Did I take the time to research, to go through some of these documents, these articles from financial institutions, governments, etc.? Or did I just, basically play it by ear or try to wait until after the lawsuit? Or, that's something you have to ask yourself. I can't tell somebody else to do that. So with that, I did want to give you guys a quote. Give me 1 second. This is from J. Paul Getty. It is possible to make money, but it can't be done overnight or by haphazard buying and selling. The big profits go to the intelligent, careful, and patient investor, not to the reckless and overeager speculator. So, with that being said, take the time. If you need to take, a break from crypto, that's fine too. Like, just take the time and really delve into this stuff, okay? I know it's hard sometimes. I know it's rough. Oh, everything else is moving. Oh, this price is going up. Oh, AMP is now this price, or Shiba Inu is now this price. But it's like, investor fatigue, it is real. It is real. And I think it's intentional. I do think, this is just my opinion, like I said, as a regular Joe Schmo, that, these people that were patient and waited this thing out will be highly rewarded. This is just my thoughts based on the documents I've seen myself. I post them on my page as well. You can take the time and scroll through there. Just find a weekend, take an hour, whatever. Just look at some of those documents. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And it doesn't make sense for it to be as cheap as it is now. Just my thoughts, like I said. So, dollar cost averaging goes a very long way. And that's what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on utility, okay? Utility is going to be what drives the market in the future. Obviously, we don't know when that is going to happen, but there will be a turning point at some point. As soon as they realize the use case of some of these digital assets, that's when it's going to take a turn, okay? And it's whether you were in or you were not in. That's just my sentiment, like I said. So I do think that there will be stories made about some of these XRP holders, potentially XLM as well. Those are going to be the two liquidity tokens in the new financial system. And I think that, there's going to come a day, and people are going to be like, what? Like, you guys are like gurus. Like, no, we just did the research. We took the time to look into these articles, and hard work does pay off, okay? I know you may not feel that way right now, but, take the time and pat yourself on the back, So, you are not alone, just as an FYI, and if you are interested, we do have a group as well, so you guys can hop in there, no problem. Like, there's a lot of XRP holders globally. I know we are a small microcosm of society, but, there's some very strong people in the XRP community that bring a lot of documentation and everything to the table. So, we have a group. If you want to join, all power to you. Like I said, you're not alone, and you should never feel alone in regards to that aspect, and we are a family, okay? So feel free to join. Just let me know if you want to join, and that's fine. And then I wanted to give you one last quote. Give me 1 second. Here we go. This is from Jesse Livermore. Throughout all my years of investing, I found that the big money was never made in the buying or the selling. The big money was made in the waiting. I sincerely agree with that wholeheartedly, okay? At some point, our research, these months, these weeks, these days of research will catch up. And I think price also will catch up. These are just my thoughts. But like, comment, subscribe, share this with some of you love. ISO Gold out. I will catch y'all in another video.